Overwatch 2 is finally out on Steam, which also allows people to review it, which obviously it's sitting at a massive, overwhelmingly negative, which I've seen people blame as hate brigading and hate rating, which isn't completely true. Yes, there are definitely some people who are just doing it for the lulz. You can tell by some of the reviews, but a large portion of it is the player base finally being able to say their grievances and put out their opinion. Not everyone's going to go to the Blizzard forums to write out a note or go to Metacritic or whatever to make a negative review or make a video like I did about why they have issues with the game. Most people are just going to talk about it to their friends or maybe just keep it to themselves that they're unhappy with the product, or maybe tweet it on Twitter. You know what I mean? They're not going to just make a big fuss about it. But with Steam being out and there actually being a way to review it without the fear of it just being deleted or downvoted or silenced, allows people to finally post their criticism. I have seen some people online being like, OMG, the devs aren't doing anything bad. The devs are just doing their jobs. And it's like, well, they're not criticizing the devs. They're talking about the game and the company as a whole. The other thing I've noticed is people saying that, OMG, do they expect the devs to just work on for no money and no pay? And it's like, no, the devs were being paid before, and people were still buying loot boxes before. It's just everything's just so heavily monetized, and it's not like it's some things. There are other games that are heavily monetized, sure, but usually they balance out the pricing. It's like there's a give and take. There's a balance. There is no balance in Overwatch 2 and its monetization. It's just very expensive skins and expensive items, and there really isn't much to earn for free. And the other thing people have been saying is that, it's just stuff that was in Overwatch 1 being cut, being brought back as new, and people are just unhappy. They want to put their opinion out. They want to finally speak their mind. I will say, though, for the DLCs, which is the Invasion Bundle and the Invasion Ultimate Bundle, was an absolute disaster on Steam. Like, I'm talking, this is like absolutely baffling that this happened. The fact that the game came out on Steam and that everyone that had paid for the Invasion Bundle and the Ultimate Bundle weren't able to play it immediately. I saw some people say they got it after 3 hours, 4 hours, one guy not getting it after 8 hours. But that is like, holy crap, that is such an absolute disaster. You've hyped up this PvE and coming to Steam, and then the purchases didn't even work. Like that. Like, I expect that of maybe like an indie dev or a smaller team, but I'm like, this is Blizzard, Activision Blizzard. I don't expect it to just be like, oops, you didn't get your stuff. Sorry. And to be specific, there is no refunds on those items. It is specifically said this product is not eligible for refunds. So all the people that didn't get it had to either wait and hope and just were out of money, which is really sloppy. I did see someone comment on that short being like, oh, games come out with bugs. You know what I mean? It's like, this is like way different than a bug. You know what I mean? This is like, I purchased something and then, oh, I just didn't get it. And it was like, this is the launch. This is the Overwatch on Steam. I've also seen a number of people complaining that it's like, people are going to review vomit for using a different launcher, and that most of the people playing and writing it aren't even going to be playing it on Steam. And it's like, there is a fraction of people that just prefer to use Steam and really dislike third launchers or company launchers. This is a lot of like coping about it being a hate raid, and that everyone's a hater, that you should love the game, and that the devs need money. And most people, as the years as we've seen with everything coming out about game development, such is that devs really don't make that much money, and most of that money just goes to the upper tiers of the company. Yes, the hero medals are cool. I will say that, like, the hero progression is a cool thing, but like I want to play the game. I do want to play the game. I want reasons to play. I want to have fun. Blah blah blah. So do most people. It's really late. It is really late for me to care about that. You know what I mean? It's a season 6. Like, all the time myself and other people have spent playing heroes is now at a 0 on the progression thing. It's like, I get it. They're like, we've introduced this now. You guys can build it up. And it's like, bro, I've got like hours played prior and none of that counts. It's kind of like it's a bit of a too late scenario. It's like, that's cool, too little too late. I'm not going to invest the hours that I've already invested again to get rewards. I know some people will. That's fine. I'm not saying to not. It's just it's a little late. That's all. I will be honest. I've played the event mode. I haven't bought the PvE. Friend I usually play with, we checked out the update and I was like, "Are you gonna buy it?" And he said probably. He said not really. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Kind of late. The other thing is the pricing, which is kind of annoying. It's just like in that other video where I talked about the monetization, is that the invasion bundle, which is the thing you pay to buy access to the PvE, is $15, which is just hold on for a second. It's $15, but the thing is, you're paying $15 to get PvE access, but also 1,000 Overwatch coins. I know a lot of people I talk to don't care about the coins. They don't want the coins. So that $15 price tag is just, hey, give me $15, you get PvE, and I'll give you 1,000 coins. So this price technically matches out. I get what the point of the coins are. The coins are there to be like, hey, why don't you buy the battle pass too? You can buy the battle pass and play. Yippee! Wahoo! It's not a bad pass. I just don't really care for some of the items in it, or most of the items. It's just not my thing. But it feels like it's like, hey, PvE is actually $5, but we threw in 1,000 coins so that we could push it up to $10 to $15, and then you would be able to buy the battle pass and keep playing. Which is also why the other one is the upgrade is $40 because it includes the skin, includes the 2 skins, that other skin, 2,000 coins, the battle pass, the PvE, and 20 tier skips. So it's just like hey, if you give me $40, I'll give you the pass and a bunch of progress done. Doesn't that sound cool? And you're kind of just like, sure, not really. You know what I mean? I will say the training room is cool. That's cool. Training area is cool. I like the changes. New hero is interesting, kind of strong. But overall, it's just, it's more of what I mentioned in that other video. More money, a lot of money-focused things, and just a really bad launch on like a platform you were hyping up to be like, hey guys, we're finally here. We're here on Steam. Aren't you excited? And then you just completely like drop the ball on the payment of the PvE, which, as you could tell by looking at like Steam charts, there were people in the game waiting for the moment it released. There's at least like 17k people I think that were in game waiting for it to come out because they had it preloaded. Like all those people were preloaded into the game, waiting and raring to go. And I know that anybody that paid for it on Steam, they paid for the DLC because they wanted to play. So the moment the servers came online, they weren't able to play. This isn't the servers are overloaded because everyone's playing. This is no, I paid for access and it's telling me I haven't paid for my thing. That is a disastrous launch. Like I expected a lot of this to have been, at least any of it, to have been tested. You know what I mean? Usually you test things out prior, especially purchasing. Usually you would test that out to ensure that would go well, especially like this, because you're bringing PvP or PvE back, and you're with your arms up, and you're like, guys, we're bringing the story, and it's on Steam. Aren't you excited? Preload the game. They had the option for you to preload the game. So all the people that preloaded the game and bought access to PvE loaded in on Steam and were like, I can't play. I don't have access. I don't have my items. I don't have anything. And they had to wait hours. That is a disaster. Obviously, the game as a whole might be doing well, but I'm just speaking from the Steam lines of just it being a disaster. I also did see some people being like, OMG, the TF2 tards are review bombing the game because they hate Overwatch. And it's like, most of the people that play Overwatch also play TF2 and vice versa. There's a lot of people that have played TF2 and played Overwatch and then gone to TF2 because they've had more fun. And then people being like, oh my god, but the bot's there. It's like, people have opinions and views, and a lot of them overlap. They're not just hate brigading because they're like, screw Overwatch, the community are a bunch of morons. It's like, no, they played and they're like, all right, I can finally post a review because I use Steam. You know what I mean? Like, I use Steam, here's my review. This one's a bit of a more simpler video. I just wanted to put in my thoughts about it and the launch as I tried to play on there, even though I'm a console player. I wanted to just try it out and then experience it with some of my friends on Discord, and yeah, it was a big disaster. Well, I'll see you in the next video.